Tonight in L.A., it's a matchup of two of baseball's best pitchers, Clayton Kershaw and Madison Bumgarner. Kershaw has won every major pitching award, including 3 Cy Youngs, and last season, a National League MVP. Bumgarner pitched the Giants to a championship as the World Series most valuable player last season, their 3rd title in 5 years. It's a matchup of aces. Kershaw, Bumgarner, next.
We are back at Dodger Stadium on this Tuesday night. It is a great pitching matchup, and it is the rivalry, the Giants and the Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Look, there are a lot of different things we could talk about, but really, it all comes down to a pair of left-handers that are as good as you're going to get, and that's Bumgarner and Kershaw.
Well, and both starters have had great success against the other team. And interesting to note that of the 4 previous matches where Bumgarner and Kershaw have faced off, Madison Bumgarner holds an edge 3-1. So the Giants hope that he can do that very same thing tonight because they need a stop job. They need to win a ball game in this ballpark. After the success they had against the Dodgers up in San Francisco, they do not want to get into a situation where they have to win tomorrow, having lost the first 2. So tonight's a significant game for the Giants and for this road trip.
And when we do the lineups, you'll notice a lot of those stars for the Dodgers are not in the lineup tonight. It is a great pitching matchup. Bumgarner and then, of course, Clayton Kershaw. And it should be a fun one here tonight. It's a warm night here in Los Angeles, so the ball might be carried. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Jack in the Box. Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places. And by DraftKings.com. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com with the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Enter promo code ORANGE for free entry.
Back here at Dodger Stadium as we get ready for Giants-Dodgers. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free. Visit online for park hours at beachboardwalk.com. 79 degrees here at the yard. The light winds, humidity at 26%, and it is clear. Take a look at the lineup that Kershaw will be facing. For the Giants, it'll be Aoki, Duffy, and Pagan. Buster Posey, the cleanup hitter. Then it's Maxwell. He's done well over his last 7 games. Belt, McGee, Arias, and Bumgarner.
On the hill tonight for the Dodgers will be the left-hander Clayton Kershaw, 6'4", 225-pounder. He's in his 7th year at the big league level, 27 years of age. This is what he has done in 4 starts, 1-1 with a 4.07 ERA. Look at the strikeouts, 35 and 24 1/3. How does he do it? With a mid-90s fastball, a big curveball, one of the best in the game, hard slider, a changeup. He can sink and cut the fastball. Lifetime against the Giants, he's been spectacular. 14-5 with a 1.48 ERA. Wow.
So here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a called strike. So we get started right on time. And it's 0-2 to Nori Aoki, who's 3 for 20 lifetime against, check that, he's 2 for 12 lifetime against Kershaw. And this is tapped right back to where it came from. And that's how this game gets started.
Let's take a look at the Dodger defense. Starting in the outfield, from left to right, it'll be Guerrero, Hernandez, and Van Slyke. Pretty good arms across the board for the Dodgers in the outfield. Rollins and Uribe will be on the left side of the infield. Kendrick and Turner on the right side. And A.J. Ellis will be in the squad, putting down the signs. A lot of right-handers in that lineup against Bumgarner tonight.
So here's Duffy. Duffy hitting .238. He's 3 for 5 in his career against Clayton Kershaw. And he takes a pitch high. The umpire, home plate umpire, is Gary Cederstrom. Barber, Walcott, and Cooper from first to third.
Cederstrom likes that low pitch, and he'll see a lot of low strikes tonight. Not that many belts.
This is hit out to left field right at Guerrero, and Guerrero will make the catch. 2 outs.
The other thing, too, about Cederstrom's strike zone is that if you keep it between the knees, you can stretch the corners on both sides of the plate. But if you set that target in the inside corner and it goes across the plate on the outside corner, you're not going to get it. You got to keep it between the knees with Cederstrom.
Here's Pagan. Pagan went 1 for 4 last night, hitting at .350. He's off to a great start. Buster Posey to follow. And there's a pitch high to Angel Pagan, who's 11 for 42 in his career against Kershaw. He rolls this one foul as Kershaw pulls the string. It's a ball and a strike. Dodgers won last night 8-3.
Saw a couple of DL Dodgers, Yasiel Puig and Kenley Jensen. Watching this one from the dugout tonight.
Pagan, it's a high fly ball to left. Guerrero broke in. Now he's back, and it's off the very top of the wall. And Pagan's got a double.
Now, we talked about how this ballpark is carrying tonight. It's very dry conditions. I mean, you really remember you are in the desert here in Los Angeles, and it certainly feels that way tonight. And there wasn't a lot of lower body in that swing for Pagan. I mean, it's a high breaking ball, and he just barrels it. And watch how high off the wall this thing hits. I mean, you're talking another 8 inches, and he's got a round tripper.
Here's Posey hitting .250. Buster last night went 1 for 3. So Kershaw out of the stretch for the first time. And there's a line drive into right field, a base hit. Here comes Pagan, and the Giants lead 1-0. Buster Posey not waiting around.
Jumping on that first pitch, going the other way. We're going to make the swing of the bat by Posey our Ford right choice. Second pitch in a row that Kershaw has left up around the letters, and the Giants are making him pay for those high mistakes. That is our Ford right choice.
So here's Maxwell. Maxwell went 1 for 4 yesterday. He's never had a hit against Kershaw. He's 0 for 12 with 6 strikeouts. And he skies this one to left. And Uribe never saw it. Rollins catches it, and that ends the inning. Giants on the board. Bumgarner coming out. It'll be Rollins, and then Kike Hernandez will hit second. Justin Turner's got good numbers lifetime against Bumgarner. He also hit a home run last night. Kendrick, Van Slyke, and then the hottest man on the earth, Alex Guerrero. Uribe will hit in the 7th spot, then Ellis, and then Kershaw.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Madison Bumgarner. Take a look at the year that he's had so far in 4 starts. 101 with a 4.63 ERA. When you take your at-bats against Bumgarner, you're going to see a low 90s fastball with a low 3/4 release. It has a natural cut to it. He has a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. Bumgarner 6'5", 235-pounder, 25 years of age, and he is a 5-year veteran at the big league level. Lifetime against the Dodgers, 11-5 with a 2.56 ERA. Great numbers. The defense behind Bumgarner tonight will set it up this way. Starting from left to right in the outfield will be Aoki, Pagan, and Maxwell. Arias and McGee on the left side of the infield tonight, with Crawford getting a night off. Duffy and Belt on the right side of the infield, with Joe Panic getting a night off. And behind the plate in the squad will be Buster Posey.
So here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins sitting at 178, a home run, 7 driven in. And he pops the first pitch up, and it'll be Belt backpedaling. And 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Kike Hernandez. Carl Crawford went on the DL today.
It adds to the list of injured Dodgers, and we really were surprised when we heard the description of the injury. When we left the ballgame last night, we thought he had an injury to his leg, but it is not that at all. It's an oblique, and it's going to be a while before he's back in the lineup.
Hernandez takes a called strike. He came from the Marlins in a 7-player trade in December. There's good numbers in the minor leagues. And he takes that pitch down and in, but they're going to say he went around. And I talked about the injuries. You see the list. It's a long one. But the one thing this organization has is that they have depth. Each time a player goes down, that depth is thinned out a little bit, but
this has been kind of the theme song around baseball. There's so many injuries this year, especially at the start of the season.
Swing and a miss. He got him.
Elevate the high hard one. Gets him to chase out of the strike zone.
Turner's got 2 lifetime home runs against Bumgarner. And just in case you wondered what they look like, that's one. And that's another one. Last year they had the bubble machine in that dugout. It's kind of interesting that when some of the players that left the organization, so did the bubble machine. Turner takes low and away. That's the first breaking ball that Bumgarner has flipped up there, and he's kind of glad he threw it where he did.
Well, you got to find out what each pitch is going to do at the start of the game. It's never the same. What you have in the bullpen is never the same what you have in the main diamond.
On the ground, Arias. Side retired. Bumgarner with a 1-2-3 shutdown inning. Belt, McGee, Arias coming up.
Compare Bumgarner versus Kershaw. They've met each other 4 times, and Bumgarner 2-1. ERA at 3.20. Kershaw 1.95. Yet still 1-2. The Giants have won 3 of those 4 ball games. This a game that we look forward to, and that's our T-Mobile game changer.
Here's Belt hitting .233. And he chases the first pitch. And it's 0-1.
94 right around the knees. I mean, with all the especially pitches that Kershaw can throw at you, the big hard curveball, which I think is one of the best in the game. Hard slider, cutter, changeup. At times you forget the guy's a mid-90s fastball guy. I mean, he can reach back and hump it up 95, 96. He can also cruise with sinkers right around low 90s, but he's got that reach back velocity, and he knows how to use it. It's almost like a second pitch. He'll put you to sleep at 91, 92, then in a 2-strike, he'll zip you 95, 96.
Pitch is a strike. Watch this previous pitch, Mike. The life of an umpire. Hey, AJ, help me out here, will you? Oh, sorry.
But you know what? That was probably a strike, and that's an example of what I'm talking about. If you don't put that ball between the knees, you're not going to get something across the other side of the plate. I think if you're an umpire or a catcher, you just expect you're going to wear it at least once a game.
McGee's on deck, and then Joaquin Arias. Belt goes the other way. Foul. Belt only 3 hits and 29 at bats against Kershaw. Trying to figure out how he got to sit out last night, but's playing tonight. Breaking ball and a big one. It's 3-2.
That is such a hard pitch to lay off of, and you're in the protect mode. And that thing starts off at your right shoulder, then comes across the plate. You thinking you have to cover it.
Yep. Belt got a good swing at a fastball. It stays 3-2. So Belt in a battle with McGee to follow. Got him, and Belt knew it.
Got him with a slider. It's the first time he threw that breaking ball in the at bat. It's a little softer breaking ball, one he has a little more command with.
Well, now the players have their rings. It's time to get yours. The official 2014 champion fan collection is now available. The collection includes custom rings, charms, cufflinks, and much more. The fan collection is available online at sfgiants.com/fanring. McGee up the middle. And McGee's legging. Got him. Thought he had one.
Well, he thought he had one just off the glove of Kershaw, and a nice barehander regrouped there from Uribe. And once he gets his hands on it, he's got a great arm. And McGee just keeps thinking, I'm snake bit. What do I have to do to get a hit? And just can't quite get to the bag in time. No doubt, he was out.
Here's Arias. Arias takes down low, hitting 188. He does have 34 at bats lifetime against Kershaw. He's got 9 hits. And there's the back end of that play.
Just does get him by about the length of a shoe.
Arias fouls it out of play. Bumgarner to follow. And a base hit for Arias. And that's going to give Bumgarner a shot to knock one out of the yard.
Pitcher, number 40, Madison Bumgarner.
So here's Bumgarner. 0 for 7 on the season, 1 for 8 in his career against Kershaw. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Nori Aoki to follow. Breaking ball pulled on the ground past Roberto Kelly, and now it's 0-2. Arias with his lead. Turner holding him tight.
Yeah, one thing you do not want to do if you're Joaquin Arias is get picked off with the pitcher up there. Definitely not a steal situation, even with a good hitting pitcher like Bumgarner.
Breaking ball, and he got him, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Bumgarner coming back out. He'll face Howie Kendrick.
That have helped make the Bay Area a better place at NBCBayArea.com/investigations. NBC Bay Area, we investigate. Yep. They have a lot to discuss.
Here's Kendrick. Kendrick, as we've watched now, will go after that first pitch a lot. And this is driven foul on the right field line. Had a chance to be caught by 4 different people. And it went 0 for 4. You see that Dodger fan give that to that kid?
How about that? Mending fences.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
That's a good hard slider right there. That's a back foot by design. Throw it down and in and let it go out of the strike zone and hope he chases. Now he's got 2 ways he can get him here. He can go right back and try and do it again, or he can elevate above the hands with a fastball, or he can drop a curveball in the dirt.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't swing at that one.
Gary Cederstrom right now, the home plate umpire, is not having any fun.
That's right. He is not going to hand out a gold glove to Buster Posey or A.J. Ellis.
Well, this one goes right between the legs of Posey and gets Cederstrom in an area where he has no protection, right there in the inner thigh.
dribble foul. That ball's up a little bit. It remains 1-2.
One thing we've seen about Kendrick is that he will definitely go to right field against lefties. Got a very strong front shoulder.
One-two pitch. Here it is. Roll to Arias. Arias to Belt in the dirt. 1 out. Here's Van Slyke.
A couple of Bay Area fans. Hey, you're heading to the yard. Strap on your uni. Put your good attitude on.
Inside to Van Slyke. 1 for 3 last night. He came in after Carl Crawford was injured. Two and 0. You can see Bumgarner trying to crowd Van Slyke.
There you see Carl Crawford. He's the closest to the train on the left, second from your left. Then Kenley Jansen and Yasiel Puig. 3 disabled Dodgers.
And that's a base hit for Van Slyke. And it's the first hit for the Dodgers. And that'll bring up Alex Guerrero. Guerrero spoiled Bumgarner's outing in San Francisco.
Yeah, this is a 2-run shot that tied it up in the 7th inning, and that was the last pitch of the night for Bumgarner. I mean, he did not make many mistakes, and really, you really can't call it a mistake. He didn't really know Guerrero a lot, but he definitely will put that at bat into his database. Every hitter that you don't know is a puzzle till you can figure him out, and really, the league has not figured out this guy.
Well, he's had 22 at bats and 11 hits as he bounces this one to McGee. McGee to Duffy. Duffy to Belt. And on one pitch, it's a double play to end the inning. Nicely done. Top of the order coming up.
Pacquiao. You can see it live on pay-per-view from Xfinity. Order online right now at xfinity.com/boxing.
One nothing Giants. And the hitter will be Nori Aoki, who bounced out to open up the ball game. And he almost got hit on the right shoulder. Duffy to follow. And that pitch is high, 2-0.
You know, anytime a guy gets buzzed, especially up around the head, both dugouts will watch the next pitch to see what type of front shoulder that hitter will have on the next pitch. Does he hang in there? Does he bail? And you do not get to the big league level if you've got a leaky front shoulder, especially if somebody gives you a sniff of that baseball. For the most part, it just ticks guys off.
2-2.
And if you get that reputation of a guy that has a little fear, you're done. Close. Eric Cooper, third base umpire, says no swing.
I think Kershaw thought he swung.
All right, let's take a look. Did he swing? No. Not by this year's standards.
Out of play.
Seeing umpires, guys that really had itchy trigger fingers in the past would ring you up over just about anything. Not so this year. And we haven't heard that there's been an addendum sent out to all the umpires to say change it, but it just seems that way. A lot of check swings that we saw called strike in the past have not been called.
You better be heads up with Aoki at the plate down the left field line. Ugly finder. See that one? That was a massive ugly finder.
Stan Conti, Dodgers trainer. He just got singled out. There's Stan. And he's thinking, why are they picking on me? I know Krug and Kuiper saying it's an ugly finder. Well, Stan, you're right.
This is so far the most entertaining at bat of the season.
I tell you, the guy on the mound's not digging it. Pitch number 10 coming, and everybody in the stands behind the Dodger dugout is on the edge of their seat.
Kendrick charging. Got him.
But just barely.
Well, the Padres make their first trip into San Francisco, next homestand, and on Monday, May 4th and the 5th, it's a 7:15 starts. Catch day baseball in the city at 12:45 on Wednesday. Here's Duffy with a fly ball to left field. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Pagan to follow. Two and 0. One guy can totally spoil your pitch count.
Yeah, you get a guy getting 10 pitches out of you. Even if you get an out with it, you're still upset by the amount of pitches.
There's a base hit to left field. And that'll bring up Angel Pagan.
You know, one thing about Duffy that we've seen when he gets his starts, and they haven't been consistent, he's a bench player right now. If he could get 3 at-bats against the same pitcher or more, each at-bat gets better.
Yeah.
It's just an example of how well he thinks and how well he makes adjustments. And look what he's done against Kershaw, 4 for 7. That's ownage.
Here's Pagan, who doubled off the top of the wall in the first inning. And the ball squirts away, and Duffy thought about it. It goes back. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
It's kind of the gray area. It hits away from the catcher. If you don't go at once, you have no chance. And it gets the guy like Kershaw. I mean, you don't want to run yourself out of a scoring opportunity.
Double play ball. Rollins shovels it to Kendrick, and that'll end the inning. Bottom 3 coming up for the Dodgers. 1-0 Giants. Well, looking for the best coverage of San Francisco Giants baseball, log on to CSNBayarea.com's insider Alex Pavlovich with breaking news, videos, special features, and more only on CSNBayarea.com. Uribe takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Uribe's had pretty good numbers lifetime against Bumgarner. He's 10 for 33. There's a strike. He had a couple of hits last night. Skies this one out into center field. Pagan is all over it. And here's Ellis.
Big slow curveball to Uribe. And she said he had nice lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. One thing Bumgarner has a hard time doing with Uribe is getting him off balance, and he was not off balance in that swing. He's going to head back to that dugout thinking he just missed one.
He doesn't miss many off-speed pitches that are up. Here's Ellis. Ellis hitting 167. Yasmani Grandal is the guy doing most of the catching. Two and 0.
unusually dry here in Los Angeles. We're so used to having the sun go down, and then around about the 4th or 5th inning, the marine layer comes in and the air gets heavy, and it's not easy to hit the ball out of this ballpark. But it has not happened. Not last night, not tonight, and it's not supposed to happen tomorrow night. But it is a spectacular night here in Los Angeles. Very clear. You can see the mountains behind center field, Mount Wilson, San Angeles crest.
Two and two as Ellis fouls that pitch back. Got him.
Big, wide, hard slider. He comes by way of the back door. His breaking ball tonight, both the curveball and the slider, they're nasty. It's as good as they've been all year. Usually he's had one, but tonight he's got them both working. And that is a see you later. Second strikeout.
Kershaw does have 3 lifetime hits off of Bumgarner. What's up with that? You think Bumgarner knows that?
Yeah.
I think he does too. There's a strike.
I think they may have a little, I give you a fastball, you give me a fastball thing going. It's one thing to get a guy out, but if you could blow 3 fastballs by him, that is manly. So much for the 3 fastballs.
Bruce Jenkins calls it a manly man in a ship of men.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorites. Out of play.
I guess Bumgarner has no problem throwing Kershaw a breaking ball. Kershaw struck Bumgarner out in the 2nd inning on a curveball.
And Kershaw knew it, and now he knows what other hitters feel like when he throws one of those. Buster Posey's going to lead things off.
Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
1-0 Giants. We are at the top of the 4th inning. Time now for our AT&T Universe Rewind. We go back to June 26, 2013, and that's when Buster Posey hit a home run off a breaking ball from Clayton Kershaw. And that is Posey's only home run off Kershaw in 62 at bats.
Here's the list of Giants home runs off of Kershaw. Uribe's got one. Chris Stewart, Brett Pill, the Milkman, and Brandon Hicks. And here's Posey, who knocked in the game's only run with a base hit in the first inning. And he drives it into center field. On the move is Hernandez. It is out of here. Well, put a number 2 behind that list.
2 for 63. And again, he burns him on the first pitch.
Home run number 3 on the year.
Well, that'll light up a dugout, that's for sure.
Had the right sound, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was loud. And on a night with Carey, he took on the deep part of the yard.
Here's Maxwell. And Maxwell takes down low. Maxwell popped out in the first inning. And that pitch cast high, 2-0. Two pitches, 2 RBIs for Buster Posey. Maxwell trying to do the same thing. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 2.
Well, he's trying to yank him. I don't think that Kershaw's the kind of guy you can go up there and say, I'm going to try and pull him.
Got him.
Big curveball, and he gets the strikeout. Let's take a look at the first pitch of the inning. Challenge fastball right at the belt, and that's a mistake to location. And Posey says, thank you very much. 2 pitches, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. And this is the sound. Majestic. Very Matt Williams-like.
Here's Belt. Well, after Peterson's catch yesterday, I was assuming nothing.
Jock Peterson took one away from Angel Pagan early in that game, and it really kind of turned the game around.
Belt struck out looking in the second. Next pitch will be number 50 for Clayton Kershaw. Belt out of play. Now he's in the hole. This is where you don't want to be.
Well, you don't want to be in a 2-strike count because he's got so many pitches he can strike you out with. It's not like he's got one pitch that's his big nastiness. I mean, he's got 5 ways he can get you.
So it's 2 and 2, not a Belt.
So used to looking out in center field with Jock Peterson playing center. He plays a very deep center.
Yeah.
Kike Hernandez out there in center tonight. He plays shallow.
Belt out swinging. And here's McGee.
So Kershaw gives up the home run, strikes out the next 2 guys. And home runs do kind of tick you off. And that payoff pitch to Bell, I don't think he can throw a better breaking ball.
McGee hit one back to Kershaw, knocked it down, carried over to Uribe. And Uribe threw out Casey McGee in a close play. Arias on deck. Get up the middle. Rollins will spin and throw, and they got him. Buster Posey hits his third of the year. He goes straightaway center field, and it's bye-bye baby. And it's the Giants 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
By the solar company, not just any solar company, the solar company. Switch to solar and save.
Well, watch live TV right now with the NBC Bay Area app. You can see breaking news, investigations from NBC Bay Area News, plus your favorite NBC shows live and on demand. Simply download the NBC Bay Area app, select Watch Live TV Now from the menu, and enter your television account information, and you're good to go. Watch live TV now with the NBC Bay Area app. Here's Rollins. Rollins, Hernandez, and Turner to face Madison Bumgarner. Rollins saw one pitch and he popped out to Belt in the first inning.
I think that's a big reason why he took that pitch right there.
1 ball and 1 strike. Kike Hernandez on deck, and then Turner. 31 pitches for Bumgarner. You'd take 10 an inning, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely you would. Complete the game at 90 pitches. Another good hard slider from Bumgarner. He's got electricity with a breaking ball, so I think.
Got him. Nope. So that foul ball went in the dirt. So new life for Jimmy Rollins. High 2-2.
Try and elevate. 93-mile-an-hour fastball for Bumgarner because you don't pick it up early. Seems like it's about 96. I mean, that's the feel of the pitch when you're in the batter's box taking your at-bats against him. He just gets on top of it because you don't see it early.
So now he'll challenge Jimmy Rollins. He does not want to walk him. Shoots it into left field, a base hit.
And for the first time tonight, the Dodgers get their lead off in their own base.
So here's Hernandez, who struck out in the first inning. Outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes.
You can always tell a guy that gets called up to the big leagues, he's going to have new shoes on.
He's going to have new something on. You're right.
New shoes, new bat gloves, but you are going to bring your gamer up from the minor leagues. First thing you do when you get told you're going up, you go to your locker and you pack your bats.
Fouled off the shin guard of Buster Posey.
That bat that Hernandez has in his hands, I mean, that's a lucky bat. That's the one that got him to the big leagues. This isn't his first appearance. He's been in the big leagues before, but definitely a piece of wood that he's partial to.
Pagan drifting back. It's starting to carry, and it's off his glove. Second and third, nobody out.
So the lucky bat pays off at a ball that I think sort of fooled Pagan. He got turned around on it. Pitch up. And the ball just sort of went places where he didn't expect it to go.
It drifted a little bit, the ball.
There's no wind tonight. It's rare to see him misplay a fly ball. I got to believe there was something on it.
So here's Turner. Turner bounced out to Arias in the first. Swinging a foul at the plate. Here's another look at.
He got turned around a couple times, and then this thing kind of slices away from him just off the tip of his glove. I mean, he had plenty of room in regards to where he was and where the wall was.
Turner chases the high fastball. Now he's behind in the count 0-2. Bumgarner now can go for the strikeout.
Bats are giving up a run. They're playing the middle infield back. They're trying to stay away from a crooked number in this inning. And you're right about Bumgarner. He is definitely pitching for the strikeout, and he has not showed him that back foot slider yet. He's kind of saved it.
Got him.
And there it was. It's nice when you have a good breaking ball working like Bumgarner has, that you could save it for a little two-strike surprise.
So here's Kendrick, who bounced out to Arias in the second. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes. That would not shock me. Look, I don't exactly know what Bumgarner's thinking, but if you were to watch them, I don't think that would bother Bumgarner at all.
Well, and really, in a strikeout situation, you really have every pitch you can throw like it's an 0-2 count, and use a guy's aggressiveness against him. And Kendrick was aggressive, especially with runners in scoring position.
And on the ground to Arias. Arias is going to go to third, and they're going to tag out the back runner. It'll be an RBI for Kendrick. Nice play, Arias. It's 2-1.
That's a rookie mistake. You do not assume that shortstop's going to do anything. I think what Hernandez assumed is that if that ball's hit in front of you, you've got to stop. You kind of stay at second base. Make that shortstop go to home or to go to first. So Hernandez makes a mistake there, and the Dodgers lose a runner in scoring position.
RBI for Kendrick. Here's Van Slyke.
You guys forget, if you're runner at second base, that ball, ground ball in front of you, you stop. Behind you, you go. Just because there was a runner in front of you at third base, I think that's maybe why he was aggressive in that situation. But that situation does not change. Ball in front, you freeze.
Pagan's got room. And that's going to end the inning. A run on 2 hits. Dodgers are on the board. It's 2-1 San Francisco.
That's when the Giants beat the Braves 15-4 at Braves Field in Boston. And Ross Pep Young's hit for the cycle, and George High Pockets Kelly hit 2 inside the park home runs. The Giants went on to win their second straight World Series title in 1922, and both Youngs and Kelly were elected to the Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee in the early 1970s.
Here's Joaquin Arias, 2-1 Giants. Arias single in the second. Shows bunt, and he looks at a strike. And a breaking ball and a quick 0-2.
Think about Cedarstrom. He's hanging in there with that big curveball from Kershaw.
On the ground, over the bag, and a fair ball. And Arias is going to put on the brakes. All right, here's our Geico quote. There's Bumgarner coming up. Max Scherzer on using the DH in the National League said, who would people rather see, a real hitter hitting home runs or a pitcher swinging a wet newspaper? Bumgarner's response, my wet newspaper is 34.5 inches, 33.5 ounces, and I'm waiting on some new ones right now.
Well, Scherzer came out today and he actually apologized for it. I didn't want to tick off any of my fellow players around the league, basically.
Or did he say Mr. Bumgarner?
Well, I think you do have to sit up and take notice when a guy with Bumgarner's reputation of hitting takes offense to it.
One ball and no strikes. Kershaw may have tossed over there to see if Bumgarner was going to bunt, and he did show like he was going to bunt.
I think it's a great time to call a throw over to first base, especially with a pitcher up there. They'll show early a lot. But it's also a time for you to deke. If you're a hitter, you can show bunt when you're not gonna. Like Bumgarner did.
Arias at first with a leadoff single. And the bunt attempt is foul, so it's 1-2.
Commando, no bat gloves. A lot of guys wear bat gloves, a lot of pitchers, for fear that if they get jammed, you're going to get bees in their fingers. So they get a little protection with bat gloves. Not that you still can't get jammed with gloves on, but it feels a little better. Bumgarner, Commando.
So it's 1-2 to Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner struck out on a breaking ball in the second inning. Here he takes it low.
That big curveball, because of the size of it, is not an easy pitch to bunt. Normally, breaking balls are easier to bunt on the ground because they have downward movement. Much easier than a high fastball, but with Kershaw, the height of that curveball is just massive, and it's just not an easy thing to bunt.
Arias is going to steal it, so job well done. It'll be a stolen base. He'd have been out by a mile if A.J. Ellis could have got a handle on it.
He just couldn't get a grip. Once he had to re-grip, probably should have just ate it.
Here's Aoki, who's 0 for 2, but a couple of inspiring at bats.
Yeah, plus, he got about 15 pitches in those 2 at bats against Kershaw.
Back on a high fastball, 0-1.
He was on it, fouled it straight back. Aoki's not a tall guy. He's 5'9", and he's got a little crouch as he gets into his batting stance. So you don't get the illusion of a big strike zone you're throwing to. And he can cover it. I mean, he is built for the high pitch. He wants a mistake at the belt between the letters.
And the pitch is down low.
Pretty good arms across the board in the outfield for the Dodgers tonight. We haven't seen the center fielder Hernandez throw yet, but we heard he's got a good arm.
Look out.
We do know that Alex Guerrero in left field has an above average arm, and we know that Van Slyke in right has a plus arm. Everybody's okay. Pay attention. May get a few more.
On deck is Matt Duffy. foul down the left field line.
This guy almost made a great play. If he'd have brought his glove, he'd have been a ballpark section hero. As it is, stone bruise. But he did get the ball.
Slowly hit. Again, it'll be Kendrick who throws him out. And Arias moves to third.
Giants trying to get that run back.
Number 50, Matt Duffy.
Duffy lined a single into left field in the third inning. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Kershaw has not issued a walk, and he struck out 5. Bumgarner has not issued a walk, and he struck out 4. 0-2.
Big curveball in the dirt, tough to lay off of. But better you see it in the second strike than the third strike. Not that you won't see it again, but at least you've seen it once. Bumgarner in a trance. Pitch in the next inning, sitting there going through each hitter, each pitch he's going to throw.
Duffy fouled as Kershaw slipped and fell on the mound.
Ball babe had a chance to be somebody. A little slippage there as Kershaw tried to get unwound. Watch the left foot give away as he hits the mound.
Very high to Duffy, 1-2. Pagan on deck.
Ellis wants a big curveball.
Giants strand Arias at third. It'll be Guerrero to lead things off. It's 2-1 Giants. And Vogelsong against Zach Greinke. You can see Greinke really off to a great start with that 1.35 earned run average.
Well, Vogelsong coming off a great start in his last outing.
So here's Guerrero to lead things off. Guerrero bounced into a double play in the second inning. Uribe and then Ellis. Giants lead 2-1 here in the fifth. And that got Buster Posey right. I believe it may have got him right underneath the chin.
I think it got him in the sternum, right in the middle of the chest. I mean, that took his breath away. Even with padding, you catch a foul ball in the right spot, you can take every bit of wind out of you, and I think that's what happened to him. Ouch. That's one of those you just need time.
So it's a strike to Guerrero. Another Dodger hitter going after that first pitch.
Well, not a bad idea. I think if I'm hitting on Bumgarner or Kershaw, that's how I'm going after him. I want to try and avoid the 2-strike count. Guerrero's got 1 walk and 23 at bats, so you know he doesn't like to take. He's in the swing mode when he gets in that batter's box. And those are things you watch. I mean, that's something a starting pitcher will take notice of stat sheet, how many walks a guy has. If the guy's going to swing, you don't have to throw him a strike.
Breaking ball, and he fouls it right at home plate. It's 1-2.
The league is paying close attention to Guerrero because of how hot he has been and how productive he has been. You talk guy who had 22 at bats coming into tonight's ball game with 5 home runs and 13 RBIs. That's productivity. So everybody's thinking, well, okay, how do you get this guy out? Well, you don't have to throw him strikes.
Two and two. Vogelsong tomorrow. Pence soon. Got him.
Below the strike zone.
All right, let's check out. Now it's time for Amici's Fun at the Ballpark. Yeah, Kershaw and Bumgarner, they're going at it. Giants fans digging it. That's our old uni right there.
Yeah, it is. He's a happy boy.
That's the age of energy right there. Strike call to Uribe. Uribe hit a fly ball to center field in the third inning. Bounces this one to Arias. 2 outs.
Giants had a slight pull in the infield, and they hit that right on the nose with a ground ball. I don't think Arias had to move a half step to get to that.
Here's A.J. Ellis, who struck out looking in the third. Ellis with a swing and a miss, 0-1.
It's a great shot from behind home plate. I mean, you really get a chance to see what the hitter sees in regards to how the ball comes out of the hand of Madison Bumgarner. We always talk about how deceptive he is. Big upper body turn, low 3/4 release, and you just don't see the ball early on him. And about the time you do, I mean, you're disadvantaged. It just takes your timing away from your back leg, and you just don't feel like you're in balance and you're at bat.
Down low, 1-2, a good take by A.J. Ellis. The Giants in the 6th inning. They'll have Pagan, Posey, and Maxwell. Two and two. Oh, 2 to 3-2. Look, Bumgarner didn't want to walk Ellis. He'd like to have Kershaw lead off the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is one of those rare times where it's nice to be an 8th place hitter because you know you're going to get a strike. Walking off the mound, thought he had one there. It's close.
Number 22, Clayton Kershaw.
Set up on the inside corner. This one comes in right at the belt. Just a little too high for Gary Cederstrom.
Here's Kershaw, who struck out looking. He's 0 for 1. Bounces this one to Arias. Arias in the dirt, and everybody's safe.
Well, a funny game of baseball. You never know. Arias probably could have half run it over them. Had all the time in the world. Kershaw not going real hard down the line, and he had all the time in the world. He comes in off the right foot, throws down low, and a short hop a little too big for Bell to handle. And now the Dodgers really getting a rally for free here with a walk and an error.
Rollins single in the 4th inning. Strike, and it's 0-1.
You know there's always going to come a point in time in the game where you have to pick up a teammate, and that's what Bumgarner is trying to do right now. Pitch through this air.
Off balance throw, got him. Wouldn't you know it, Arias gets tested immediately, and so does Bell.
/mini pack to check out the 4-game pack options. Each pack includes tickets to a Dodger game. Packs start as low as 79 bungeros. So, for more information on these 4-pack offers, go to sfgiants.com/mini pack. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at the play that ended it for the Dodgers. Played past McGee, who's going to take Arias deep in the hole again off the right foot. Another tough one-hopper. This time, Belt says, I'm going to pick him up. You think that there was a few missed heartbeats in Arias when you saw another one going in the dirt?
Well, that's the whole deal about being in the big leagues. If you start to feel a little weird about what's going on, the next one's coming at you. So here's Pagan. Pagan is doubled and he's hit into a double play. And he looks at a strike. Buster Posey on deck, and then Maxwell. And a quick 0-2.
Pagan pleading to Gary Cedarstrom, the plate umpire, that pitch was low. Definitely a pitcher strike.
And he chases that breaking ball. And Pagan better be careful.
He's going to lose it. I mean, he's as close as you could possibly come. I don't think he threw him out. That's as fast as Bruce Bochy can get out of the dugout to the umpire. I mean, you understand Pagan's point. I mean, that second strike, the curveball, kind of made him go for this. He had to cover it, and he kind of felt like he had the bat taken out of his hand. And to Cedarstrom's credit, I mean, a little more leash than a lot of umpires would have given him.
So here's Buster Posey. And the first pitch is high and wide, 1-0. Buster's got both RBIs in this game. And he hits a high pop-up foul down the left field line and out of play. He's getting out as fast as he can because he knows you're right.
Not only do you have to go out there, but you immediately have to say something to the umpire that gets his concentration off the player and onto you as a manager.
Yeah.
You want him hearing you and not getting rabbit ears towards the player who's walking back to the dugout. And in all likelihood, the player's still talking and woofing. Kershaw is just nailing that outside corner with that big curveball. And I think that's the one thing about Kershaw's curveball that sets it apart from other left-handers in this league is it's so big. You just have to force yourself to stay on it. It's hard. You have something that starts off at your shoulders and winds up below your knees. I mean, that's a big breaking ball. And it's not a lazy one either. It's quick. Watch the dip that he has in his shoulder.
Cued off the end of the bat under the glove. Kendrick is going to barehand it, and they got him.
Kendrick has made some very nice plays tonight at second base coming in on the ball. Posey's got average speed at best, so Kendrick knew that he had some time, but nevertheless he still had to go to a barehand. And as much spin as that ball had on it, it wasn't going to be a sure thing that he was going to get a good grip. Because as my partner taught me, as a middle infielder or any infielder, when you go to the bare hand, how you get it is how you throw it. That's the grip you get. Beautiful play. It just does get Posey by a quarter step.
Here's Maxwell. Popped out and struck out. It's this one on the ground to Rollins. And Rollins will throw him out, and that'll end the inning. It'll be Hernandez to lead things off.
Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Well, Friday, May 8th is Filipino Heritage Night at AT&T Park. Your special event package will include a ticket to the game, and Jack's going to be taking on the Marlins, and you're going to get a Tim Lincecum bobblehead commemorating his second no-hitter against the Padres. Reminder, to receive the Lincecum bobblehead, you need to purchase the Filipino Night special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Kike Hernandez, who's 1 for 2. Hernandez doubled off the glove of Angel Pagan in the 4th inning. Shot into center field, a base hit.
Well, it's instant credibility. You get called up to the big leagues to face Bumgarner, you get 2 hits, 1 an extra base hit. I mean, you're going to be playing against Bumgarner every time he pitches against the Dodgers. 43 plate appearances tonight. 27 of them have ended in 3 pitches or fewer. 9 have been on a first pitch.
Here's Turner. Turner is bounced out and struck out.
And really, those shouldn't come as any surprise. You get pitchers of the caliber that are in this game tonight. You do not want to get down on the count into a 2-strike. You want to try and get after them early.
And a first pitch strike to Turner. So good speed at first in Kike Hernandez. Foul. It's 0-2. Hernandez at first, 0-2 to Turner. Turner hits a high fly ball to Pagan. And here's Kendrick. Kendrick is 0 for 2. He did not get a run with a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. And the first pitch is down low.
Big hole on that right side with Bell holding the runner on.
Big hole.
Talked about Kendrick's ability to go to right field. It's solid, especially a guy who comes low 3/4 from the left side like Bumgarner does.
Two 2-0 on the pitch wide.
Now here's where you get greedy if you're a hitter. If you're third at bat against a guy, you know what he's featuring, what his movement on his fastball is, you know what the break on his breaking ball is. And you can sit and look at one location, one pitch, and if you get it, you should have pretty good balance through it.
Three 3-0. Swinging and fouling into the 4th deck.
So Don Mattingly giving Kendrick the green light. He knows that Bumgarner's going to be around that plate, and how likely it is going to challenge with a fastball like he did. Check that runner. You see the thumb go up. They're going to throw over. This is a running count. And as Kipe said, Hernandez can run.
Out of play, 3-2. So a couple of challenges.
Yeah, 3-0, 3-1. One thing about Bumgarner, I mean, he's got a lot of confidence in that fastball. I mean, he will attack. We watched it all last October. When his back really got up against the wall, he'd come at you with number 1, the fastball.
Out of play again.
If Hernandez is going to steal a base, he's going to have to earn it. Bumgarner's very quick right now out of the stretch. 1.12 seconds. The average is 1.25. So if Hernandez goes, Buster Posey is going to get a chance to throw him out.
3-2. Got him.
Oh, hard slider. And he really saved it. I mean, think about it. That's 6 fastballs in a row. And then he gets him on a 3-2 breaking ball down and in. And he just cannot lay off. I mean, look, you want to be aggressive, but nevertheless, you have to protect. It's a 2-strike count. That's 6 strikeouts tonight for Bumgarner. 4 have come off that slider.
Here's Van Slyke. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch is in the dirt. Dug out nicely by Buster Posey. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Right at McGee, and that'll end the inning. Belt, McGee, Arias coming up. 2-1 Giants. Toyota dealer. Mikey, break this down.
Well, it's been the duel we expected. Bumgarner with 4 hits through 6 innings. Kershaw 6 hits, 1 run for Bumgarner, 2 for Kershaw. The strikeouts about even. I mean, this is pretty much straight up matching each other inning for inning. And the Giants hold a 1-run advantage. And that's your Toyota game summary.
So here's Belt. Belt's trying to figure out Kershaw. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking, he struck out swinging. If I'm Brandon Belt, I'm going with your strategy. Hit the first pitch thrown. How'd that work out?
Yeah, he got a slider in the dirt. I doubt he was looking for it. One thing you can't do, I mean, you can't try to outguess him. You just sit on one pitch till you get to 2 strikes and then defend.
McGee on deck, and then Joaquin Arias. Now gets the count in his favor.
I mean, that's the thing about Kershaw, and that last pitch really illustrated it. And he gives you so many pitches you think are going to be strikes, and then when you commit to it, boom, they're gone. They leave the strike zone. And that's the same pitch there, that slider that he struck out looking on in his first at bat back in the second, and that came on a 3-2 pitch.
Got him.
Fastball at the knees, perfect pitch, outside corner, and that's a hat trick. Bang, and A.J. Ellis didn't even move the glove.
Here's McGee. He's bounced out twice. And he shoots this one on the ground and a rebate on the back end. Got him. Nice play.
Well, it was hit right on the screws. Top spin, one hopper coming up to the backhand. And with his arm, lots of time. And there's a strike. And Clayton Kershaw says, "You the man."
Here's Arias, who's 2 for 2. He's on the all-opponent versus Kershaw team.
Yeah, he hit over 300 lifetime. I mean, we're talking about 36 at bats.
Rollins is not going to be able to glove this one, and that'll be a base hit.
You know, it's going to be great tomorrow. You're going to read the box score, and all baseball fans around the world are going to watch and read, and they're going to see Arias 3 for 3 against Kershaw. And that's going to impress everybody. It just does when you do it against a pitcher of the quality of Kershaw.
So Bumgarner's going to hit. He struck out twice.
324 now lifetime. Now that's official ownage right there.
It's even more impressive. And a strike.
I don't think he's up there looking for a fastball.
And a quick toss. So it's 0-1 to Madison Bumgarner. Foul back. He had a rip.
Looking for a fastball in that swing.
Oh, 2 to Bumgarner with Arias at first here in the 7th. Two on the ground. It's a fair ball, and that'll end the inning. It'll be Guerrero, Uribe, and Ellis coming up. Time for our Togo's big play the Togo's way. Last night in the 2nd inning, Justin Maxwell took a hit and 2 RBIs away from Jimmy Rollins. Nice play, and Lincecum appreciated it.
Number 7, Alex Guerrero.
That was a good play. Got a 6'5" laying out with all he's got, and Tim Lincecum digging it.
Well, here's Guerrero. Guerrero's 0 for 2. Lincecum struck him out on a 3-2 pitch. Crawford's now at short. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Alex Guerrero. Bumgarner deals, swinging a foul. You see, he takes a healthy rip. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's swinging for bleachers. No, why not? I mean, you've got 5 home runs in your first 22 at bats. You have a tendency to start thinking about home runs.
Comes back with a backdoor breaking ball, 1 and 2. J.P. Howell is warming up in the Dodger bullpen.
It's a straight 1-2-3 inning. We'll see Kershaw go back out, I believe. Kershaw has 92 pitches on the night. See, Bumgarner was 79. He's been pretty economical with the amount of pitches he's thrown. But if the ninth spot in the lineup gets to hit this inning, Kershaw would probably be hit for. Wow.
So back to 3-2, which is where Guerrero was in the 5th inning.
Think about that second strike. It was not that far away from that location right there. Two things impressed me about that. Number one, it's a pretty good eye to take that, assuming that umpire is going to call the ball, because at the very best it's 50-50.
Maxwell's coming in. Bumgarner's yelling at Guerrero.
Well, I don't think he liked the way that he left the box. I mean, he hit the ball and popped it up, and he does a 360 in his route to first base. I mean, he just, in his mind, missed one. Now watch him swing and pop it up and do the 360. That did not sit well with Madison Bumgarner. That's what he thought he should have done something with, and you can see Bumgarner woofing at him.
Here's Uribe. And a breaking ball. Misses 1 ball and no strikes. Foul. That's at the feet of Buster Posey. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. A.J. Ellis is on deck. This little pop-up. Belt is moving over, and it's in the dugout. It's 1-2.
How about Arias tonight? First Giant ever to have 3 hits against Kershaw. And what do you get for that? Well, you get replaced defensively. Still a pretty good night historically.
Absolutely. Just a bit high. 2-2. There's a base hit into center field.
Number 17, A.J. Ellis.
So here's Ellis.
See the pitch count, 86 on the night for Bumgarner. Just 2 times he's gone over the 15 pitch mark. Pitching coaches like 15 or less. Dave Righetti likes 14 or less.
I'm kind of big at 8 or 9.
Oh, yeah, you like the single digits. There's Dave Righetti in his 16th year as coach of the pitchers. Done a great job.
Oh, and 2, that pitch in on the hands. Yeah, Yasmani Grandal is in the on-deck circle. Low.
No activity in the Giants bullpen. Bumgarner 1 pitch away from 90. 90 throws on the night.
Hit on the ground. That's 1. No.
That's one that they're definitely going to take a peek at. Just the way that Brandon Belt looked over the Giants dugout. Ron Wotus talking in the Giants clubhouse with Sean Dunston and Chad Chop. Duffy, quick exchange. That's one they may get.
So Peterson is going to pinch run.
Nope. That's at that angle. It looks like he beat it.
Number 31, Jock Peterson. Dodgers pinch hitter, number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Peterson, the pinch runner, and he runs well. Here's Grandal.
With the extra pitcher on the staff of the Dodgers, they only have 4 extra men on the bench. And Grandal is the only one that they have that can hit from the right side. He's a switch hitter.
And a strike. Grandal in the game yesterday went 0 for 4. He's hitting right at 200. Now this inning is going to jack up Bumgarner's pitch count.
Right now, that's the last thing on his mind. He's trying to preserve that 1-run lead. And Dave Righetti reacted to what you said, the pitch count, calling down to Mark Gardner in that Giants bullpen.
2-2.
And with that, we got action.
Red alert. Put the chairs away. Got him. And that'll end the inning. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And the top of the order coming up.
At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, statcasts, and more. We use it every day. Get MLB.com at Bat for your smartphone or your tablet.
2-1 lead for the Giants, 8th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and great experts.
J.P. Howell, the new pitcher for the Dodgers. Take a look at what he has done in 8 games. Off to a good start. 9 base runners in 5 innings. Well, one with a 1.80 ERA, however, so he's definitely minimized the number of runs that have scored despite allowing 9 base runners in 5 innings. You're going to see a fastball that's got some pretty good sink on it. Yasmani Grandal stays in the game. He's behind the plate now.
Aoki flips one over Rollins for a base hit. Aoki celebrating because Kershaw was taken out of the game.
I think all left-handers would say the same thing. With Hal, you're going to see a curveball and a changeup. Those are his specialty pitches. But he puts a lot of balls on the ground.
So here's Duffy with Pagan on deck, and then Buster Posey. More activity now in the Dodger bullpen. Duffy singled in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3.
You might see him give up an out here to move up a runner in scoring position. Juan Uribe at third base is playing even with the bag, so he's respecting the bunt possibility. But that's a conservative set. I mean, we've seen Uribe really come in and take away the bunt.
Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. What's the beauty of Duffy is his ability to go the other way.
Well, because Hal puts a lot of balls on the ground, you might see Bruce Bochy start Aoki. Aoki has good speed. You just can't go too early and get picked off. Hal's got a pretty good move.
And Hal will check on Nori Aoki. 6 steals on the year. He's only been caught twice.
Point you make about Duffy's ability to go to right field is why you might see Aoki run. Take a middle infielder out of play, open up the right side even more. If you could guess right with Howell, I mean, you could get a pretty good jump. He's not that quick to home. It's just that it's hard to convince yourself when indeed he is going to go home and commit to it. And that little deception is what keeps guys from stealing him blind, because he is slow to home.
See what happens. 2-0. Duffy on the ground. He does go that way. And they'll get the out there.
You know, nice job from Howie Kendrick to get that out at second base. The Dodgers do not want to give up that 90 feet between first and second to allow a runner to get in scoring position.
So here's Pagan. You hear the boos from the people that saw Pagan, and home plate umpire Gary Cederstrom go at it. Pagan is 0 for 8 lifetime against J.P. Howell. So a lot going on with Roberto Kelly, Pagan, and Duffy, the base runner.
Pedro Baez, the hard-throwing right-hander, getting heated up in the Dodger bullpen.
One ball and no strikes.
Baez is thinking about one guy, and that's Buster Posey on deck.
Duffy runs pretty well. He's at first. And there's a strike from Howell.
Late breaking little curveball that kind of snuck in there. Pretty good speed with Duffy at first base. Good speed with Pagan on the base pass or in the batter's box. Certainly enough speed where Bruce Bochy could put a play on should he decide to do it. He's got options here. Howell will slow it down. Like a lot of sinker ballers, they want you antsy, and he wants to start something down around the knees and let the movement take it down below the strike zone to get that ball beating the ground. And he could get breaking or ground balls with the breaking ball as well as the sinker. Everything he has downward movement.
Hit up the middle and a base hit. So Pagan waited nicely. That's his second hit.
Yeah, that really is a strong-handed swing of the bat. His lower body didn't have a lot of movement to it, but he didn't have a lot of power. Kind of braced. And really watch him use his hands in this swing. Not a lot of lower body, but he didn't get out of balance. Just didn't have a lot of power. Reaching right back up the middle. And the first hit he's ever had against Howell.
So Baez is coming in. He'll be facing Buster Posey. Giants are leading 2-1.
Well, good news today before the game. And the good news was Matt Cain playing catch and throwing free and easy without discomfort. So he'll play catch again tomorrow. And Hunter Pence getting closer every day. Starting to take some swings with the regular bat off the tee. Playing catch with a glove on his hand. That was something that was significant a week ago. So the broken arm, broken bone in his arm, starting to feel better. This is much less pain than he's had. So he's very optimistic that he can at least see his return is in the near future. But right here in Los Angeles tonight, it's Pedro Baez, the right-hander, ninth time that he has come into a game. He's got good stuff. 10 strikeouts in 7 2/3, 12 base runners. He's got a fastball that goes mid to high 90s. It's pretty straight, though. I mean, it's one thing about his fastball is he doesn't have a lot of movement on it. Hard slider and a changeup, but he can get it up there.
And Buster has faced him one time, and he's 1 for 1. Maxwell is on deck. And now Kendrick put on a pickoff play, and Baez chose not to throw.
Since Kershaw has gotten out of this game, this ball game has come to a screeching halt.
Yep.
Howell very deliberate. Baez picking up the same pace.
No balls and 1 strike.
So 96 on the first pitch, just to say howdy.
So Howell not watching from the dugout. It's 0-1 with good speed on the bases. One ball and 1 strike. Maxwell in the on-deck circle. Posey pops it up. That'll be playable.
Well, as Justin Maxwell makes his way up to the batter's box, you can think back to last week when the Dodgers were in San Francisco when Baez faced Maxwell, and that was the result. And right now, Yasmani Grandal is out there talking to Baez, and I think the message is simply, you do not have to give this guy anything to hit here. With 2 outs, there's an open base. Be very, very careful. And he would say that with a guy who's got you in his book, who's got power. Because if the inning gets to Belt, Baez is not going to face Belt. Paco Rodriguez, one of the 3 left-handers that the Dodgers have in their bullpen. As we mentioned, they've got an 8-man bullpen now.
Maxwell goes the other way, and it's out of play.
And that was 98 outside corner at the knees. Quality first pitch. I think that's exactly what Grandal wanted to see from Baez.
Maxwell has popped out, struck out, and bounced out.
But I like the approach too. I mean, if you're Maxwell, you've been around the block, you know how they're going to pitch you with an open base. Don't look for the cookie out there middle end of the thigh, batting practice speed. Look for something nasty away and think away. That's what he was doing.
Oh, 2.
Brought his glove, made a play. Had a bit.
So Maxwell behind in the count, 0-2. With Duffy at second, Pagan at first. Healthy cut, and he fouls it back.
pitches, 3 fastballs, 0-2 count. He's still not showing him that hard slider, and that's a pitch he gets a lot of strikeouts with. Grandal wants a high fastball.
Everybody waiting.
I think Baez wants to throw the slider.
Center field. And this will end the inning. Top of the order coming up for the Dodgers. It's 2-1 Giants.
Giants post-game live highlights, reaction, and analysis, and it's all coming up right after the game.
Jimmy Rollins.
Yep, Giants fans kind of on the edge of their seats with this 1-run lead. It has been an exciting game, well played.
So here's Rollins, who's 1 for 3. And Bumgarner starts him off high and away. 96 pitches for Bumgarner.
He's got about a 120 pitch leash that Bochy will give him. And the slider still has the same snap on it here after 97 pitches that it had the first inning, as you see Sergio Romo starting to get heated.
Way outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Kike Hernandez and then Justin Turner. Now it's 2-2.
Whatever Jimmy Rollins was thinking on that 2-1 pitch, he wasn't thinking fastball middle in. Posey's going right back in there.
Who's it going to be? It's going to be Duffy, who stumbles and makes the catch.
Nice pitch right there. That has always been the bread and butter of Madison Bumgarner. That fastball right at the bell of the right-handers. It just cuts right off the barrelhead, goes up the bat. Another testimony to his stuff being pretty solid here, as he has 100 pitches thrown tonight. But here's the guy that's been a bit of a puzzle that Bumgarner has not quite figured it out.
Well, you got him swinging on a high fastball his first at bat, but after that, a double and a single, and both balls hit well.
Now, Hernandez has got power. He had 6 home runs in spring training, and that's a lot. But Okie City, I mean, he's hitting $169 with 1 home run. They know he's got power. And what's he do here? Stepping out of the minor leagues, hitting $169, gets 2 hits against Bumgarner. Go figure. And there was that same fastball they tried to go up above the letters with that struck him out in his first at bat.
The 1-2. Got him.
Breaking ball below the strike zone. Strikeout number 8 for Bumgarner. And again, you have to point out the quickness of the slider, the quickness of the curveball, and the ability to still run that fastball in on the hand. So, I mean, 104 pitches into his night, he's still throwing quality pitches. And that is a quality pitch.
So here's Turner. Turner is 0 for 3. Well, you look at the flags in center field, it is dead quiet.
Still lots of carry in this ballpark. I mean, a night like tonight, what we saw last night, what we're probably going to see tomorrow night, really reminds you that LA is a desert. Because it is dry, it is arid, it is a great place to hit. And despite all that, we've seen a beautifully pitched ball game.
One ball and 1 strike.
Right at the knees. Little cutter at 93. And he has lost nothing since the first inning. If anything, his stuff is better.
And he tried to backdoor him and misses. It's 2-2.
Took a little off of that big curveball. Posey called a slider. Bumgarner shook it off. He called the curveball. Bumgarner shook it off. He wants the fastball in his hands.
Fisted foul down the right field line.
He knows he can get that ball in on these right-handers. Not a lot of guys make that claim 109 pitches into a night. Fastball away.
Got him. And that'll end the inning. 9 strikeouts for Bumgarner. It'll be Belt to lead things off. Stadium. And tomorrow night at 7 p.m. it's going to be televised on NBC Bay Area in the Giants television network. They offer the Giants on Thursday, and then the Angels are in town, and we'll have all three of those games on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. But join us tomorrow, by the way. You and John.
That's right, tomorrow night.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
The pitcher now for the Dodgers will be Paco Rodriguez. Rodriguez, through 9 games, off to a great start. Just 3 base runners. He really has been a situational lefty. You're going to see a high 80s fastball that he will sink and cut. He's got a curveball, slider, changeup. It gives you a lot of different looks, but his biggest ally is his deception. He really has an unusual take-back. He slingshots the ball to get in position to throw, and it is a bit funky when you're hitting off him.
And here's Belt. And Belt's going to look at a strike. He's 0 for 3. Kershaw struck him out 3 times. Casey McGee and then Crawford. This is the 9th. And Belt flips it out into left center field. And it throws right out to Guerrero for out number
1. Number 14, Casey McGee.
So they're the starter numbers tonight.
Well, just absolutely as advertised. Both pitchers were outstanding. 9 strikeout night for Bumgarner, 8 through 7 innings with Kershaw. And we don't know if Bumgarner's going to come back.
He shook a lot of hands, which would lead you to believe that he's not. Here's McGee, who's 0 for 3. Santiago Casilla getting loose. Swing, I'm going to miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good changeup right there. Perfect location. Nice sell job too with the arm action, which is really the best thing about a good changeup. You're always going to have good fastball arm action. You slow your arm down, you tip the pitch.
No swing on the appeal. In the dirt to McGee, so it's 3-1.
Crawford, who came into the game chalking up on deck.
And the walk to McGee. And here's Crawford. Giants could pinch run for McGee.
Well, they've got Joe Panic and Gregor Blanco down there.
Hector Sanchez comes out in the on-deck circle. Crawford 0 for 2 yesterday, but he had a couple of good at-bats where he picked up a couple of walks. And he takes the pitch inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Make it a strike.
Kind of a late call there by Cedarstrom. Santos, the right-hander, Sergio Santos, heating up.
low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You can see how the defense plays. They bunch the gap in left center and play shallow. And I think that's a bit of a risk with Crawford, who's got pop. The way they've set this defense right now, they can get burned to the left side of the field. Three pitches, 3 breaking balls.
So Crawford stepped out, had a long look at Roberto Kelly, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crawford stays alive. He got another breaking ball.
Rodriguez doesn't throw that hard, but I mean, after you've seen 4 breaking balls, the fastball even at 87 is set up. And 87 would be if he got both cheeks into the fastball.
Rodriguez gets the sign. And Crawford shoots it into left field, a base hit.
And the 1 fastball that he threw, and Rodriguez shook off Grandal twice. He shook off a slider, he shook off a curveball, and now Grandal's going to go out there and have a talk with him. And this is when an old catcher tell a young pitcher, you should have listened to me.
So here's Sanchez. Sanchez had a pinch hit in the game last night. And now Rodriguez waiting on Sanchez. And the pitch outside to Sanchez, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
And we're talking about the at bat that Sanchez had last night. I mean, he was hitting 120 coming into the at bat. It was a 2-out runner at first base. He gets a pinch hit single. What will that 1 pinch hit do for his confidence?
As far as he's concerned, he's 10 for his last 10. Hit right into center field off the end of the bat. And Hernandez comes in and makes the catch. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Nori Aoki.
Number 23, Nori Aoki.
Aoki singled in the 8th inning. Giants looking to get a run here in the 9th. And that's a strike at the knees.
They really choke off the field on the left side. Alex Guerrero, the left fielder, he's playing close to the line, very shallow. He has a very good arm. Aoki goes to left field a lot against left-handed pitching. Did not miss by a big margin. Good breaking ball.
Oh, look how shallow they are in the outfield.
I mean, it's all calculated based on the information they have about Aoki and how he hits the ball, where he hits the ball. But even at that, this is an aggressive defensive set. They're gambling. If he hit a ball between Guerrero in left and Hernandez in center, it would be easy to get it through the outfield and you'd see 2-run score. This is a shallow line of defense.
It's 2-1 to Nori Aoki. 3-1. So we'll see if Aoki gets something to hit right here. And the walk.
Good patience. So Paco Rodriguez did not give in to him. And that's going to be the last hitter that he faces tonight.
So Sergio Santos is coming in. He'll be coming in with the bases loaded, and we'll be back.
New pitcher now for the Dodgers is going to be the right-hander Sergio Santos. Last year with Toronto in 26 games did not fare well. Really was wild. 18 walks in 21 innings. He's got good stuff. He's got a low to mid-90s fastball with a hard slider, changeup. Basically, you're going to look at him and think of him as a fastball slider guy. But I mean, they're testing him right here. There's for a guy who doesn't have a great reputation for control. I mean, he's in a situation here where there's no place to put Joe Panik, and Panik has a great eye.
So here's Panik. Panik had a hit in 4 at-bats last night. And 1 strike.
Comes right out of bed, challenges him to 92. I mean, right down the throat. So round 1 goes to Santos.
Oh, and 1 to Panik. Panik out of play, another than 2.
It's really
Crawford and Aoki are your base runners.
It's really what you have to do if you're Santos. I mean, you have to get in. You are told when you leave that bullpen, bases loaded situation, you've got to make something happen. You've got to attack. And very quickly, he's got on top of Panik 0-2. And he has not shown his breaking ball yet.
Hit on the ground. It's a fair ball. Side retired. Bottom of the ninth coming up.
No doubt about tonight, Madison Bumgarner is that player of the game. 8 strong innings, 5 hits allowed, 1 walk, 1 earned run, struck out 9. He was brilliant. He and Clayton Kershaw in a classic duel. And he is our player of the game, brought to you by Honda. Bumgarner in his 9 strikeouts. 2 with fastball, 2 with curveball, 3 with fastball, 2 with curveball, 4 with sliders.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Santiago Casilla, the Giants closer, coming in. 11th game that he has pitched in. 2-0 with a 3.12 ERA. 8 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts against 4 walks.
And Kendrick will take a pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes. Kendrick is 0 for 3. Swinging a pop-up that's going to be out of play. You see a rush that in at 94 in on the hands of Kendrick.
You're going to see a mid-90s fastball with 2 types of movement, curveball, slider, and a changeup. The cutter he has now has really kind of replaced his slider.
Way outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pretty easy take for Howie Kendrick. Tap slowly. Casilla to Bell.
Wow.
Got him.
That is a great play. Everybody involved. Casilla, he's not the best of the defenders once he throws the ball on this Giants pitching staff. And the way that he goes after this, he realized with Kendrick's speed, he had to go to his bare hand. Gets himself positioned. Nice grab there. And here's where the play is made on the backside from Bell. He's really had some tough one-hoppers to dig out. This is another one of those testers. And a big, big play and a big, big first out. Nice.
So here's Van Slyke. Big power. You got to be careful. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, interesting is that Adrian Gonzalez is on the bench, as is Andre Ethier, who has had great numbers against Casilla lifetime. See Ethier chalking up.
Tap to Crawford. Crawford to Belt. 2 down. And it will be Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez last night went 2 for 5. His numbers against Casilla, he's 1 for 8 lifetime.
Leads the National League in home runs with 7. Mr. Posey saying, get that ball down.
0-1.
Perfect pitch. Two-seamer at 94. We've been running away. And I think Posey stretched the strike zone with where he set that target. You cannot consistently just throw one pitch, one location to this guy, because he's more than capable of hitting the ball to left field.
Swing. Smothered in 2.
Took a little off. Did a smart thing there, had to count 0-1. He threw that below the strike zone. That changeup impressed Gonzalez. But if you think he's going to make a 2-strike adjustment, think again. He's still going to tie this game up.
It's right where Buster Posey wanted it. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a great pitch. I mean, that accomplishes a lot. The whole at bat's gone away. And he can still throw a cutter inside off the plate. He can throw back foot slider. He can go curveball down the dirt. Throw another changeup down below. A lot of options because that pitch was so good on that 0-2 count.
Got him, and that's the ball game. Terrific ball game for the Giants, led by Madison Bumgarner and a Buster Posey solo home run. And the Giants take game 2 of this series. How about that one?
Now this is just a classic duel, and you can see the little smile of satisfaction on the face of Buster Posey because he got 8 solid from the big horse Madison Bumgarner and a 1-2-3 from his closer Casilla, and this was a game to remember.
All right, take a deep breath, folks. It's still April. Final score: Giants 2, Dodgers 1. Stay tuned. East Giants post game live. That's going to start right now.